A lot of independent artists hit us up wanting streams, wanting to get on all these playlists and all those type of things. But from your perspective, what's the problem with that? With the whole playlist game, what's the problem with that?
So streams are cool. Like we should all want to get our streams up. But if your focus is primarily on streams, to me, that's not a formula for long-term success because on these streaming platforms, when you get a stream, you don't even really know who's listening to your music, right? And how they found you, if they even like you or if they just like the song. So I encourage artists to really focus on the fans because if you have fans, then all of the monetization options will follow, right? They're going to stream your music. They're going to buy your merchandise, come to your shows, subscribe to your fan club or whatever you got going on. And that's who you want to connect with, the people that really rock with you. It's very difficult on these streaming platforms to scale a stream to like an actual fan because there's no like direct communication. And I know on Spotify, like they do have like your Instagram, you can typically find their Instagram. But sometimes the way that these songs are discovered, whether it's discovered on a playlist or whether it's discovered on Spotify or radio, like sometimes these songs are just coming on automatically and people might just save the song. Like, so unless they hear your voice time and time again, it's like, okay, this is a familiar voice. Let me circle back to the profile. Let me follow them. Let me see where they at in Instagram. Like some people are going to do that, but not the majority, right? So it's there's all this hoopla for playlists, to try to get your streams up, but it's hard to build a fan base that way. I'm not saying you shouldn't focus on streams. You should definitely want to get your streams up for sure, but just don't dedicate all of your time to trying to get streams as opposed to trying to build fans, communicate with fans and get them to become super fans of what you're doing. And playlists in general, I feel like is kind of like overblown. The successful artists that I know like have a cult following or like a strong fan base that's constantly streaming their music. They're not dependent on trying to get on a playlist here and a playlist there. They have fans that are going to stream their music regardless of whether or not Spotify picks them up in a playlist. So, again, I'm not bashing playlists. I think if you get on a playlist, that's cool. That could be one part of your strategy, but always hone in on the fans and try to scale that relationship. Try to take somebody from, somebody that's I made this graphic not too long ago. It's called the progression of a fan and just kind of how weak of a metric a stream or a view is. And then it went from like a stream or a view to like a like or a follow. And then and then a comment is probably a little stronger than that. And then a share is a little stronger than that. Can't remember it exactly, but it basically scaled all the way up to, from social media stats. And then you have like data where you get an email. So an email is stronger than a share, like having an email address. And then a phone number is even stronger than that because a phone number you can get the right to somebody. You don't have to be dependent upon email open rates. And then after that, I feel like people will spend money because I feel like if somebody's going to give you their phone number, at some point they'll spend money with you if you present them with the right value proposition. So yeah, so basically, I mean, I know I kind of messed that up, but like a stream or a view is a cool. Of course, we want to get our stream and views up, but it's a very weak metric as opposed to the other side of the spectrum, getting somebody's phone number because that's closer to an actual sale.